Hey guys, Dan here with Battlefield Curator. We just got a box of military surplus, uniforms, and even a helmet from Americana Pipedream. I bought this with my own money. I'm not sponsored by Americana Pipedream, but you know, I'm thinking about getting some military surplus clothes and uniforms that you just don't see every day. So let's unbox this. Let's see what's inside. All right, let's open the box from Americana Pipedream. Whoa. First thing we see here is a Turkish M2021 field shirt, and it is issued, but it doesn't seem like it's in terrible shape. Now, I did cheat. I wanted to use this shirt for another video where I shot a Turkish TP9SF, the Khanik, and so I wanted to wear this. So I did cheat a little bit. It does have some loose strings here, but I mean, a lot of uniforms do over time, but you can definitely feel that this is a cotton of some sort, maybe mixed with something else. It is definitely like feels pretty thick. I mean, it doesn't feel too thick, but doesn't feel like it's cheap. Not too bad. And as the name would suggest, M2021, yes, this field uniform became a standard issue for the Turkish military in 2021, replacing the 2018 and the prior versions. You can see right here we got a zippered chest pocket. We've got another zippered pocket over here on the shoulder, and same on the other side here. We've got another breast pocket and another shoulder pocket. The only wear I really see here is around the neck area. So you could tell maybe, you know, this was probably worn, light duty. Doesn't seem like there's any body armor marks or any body armor wear or pistol belt wear over here. Backside doesn't look too bad either. Don't see a lot of wear anywhere here on the backside. Like I said, most of the wear I'm really seeing is around the neck area, which means that it was probably rubbing a lot around the neck. So yeah, I kind of really took a look at this camouflage pattern and said, you know what, that looks pretty snazzy. I think it's going to blend in pretty well with some of your more arid / light green environments. We'll take a look and see how it blends in with some of the foliage here. One thing here to note is that the Turkish 2021 is only held together by some buttons. All right, it's time to see what else is in the box. Okay, next thing here, we've got a World War II helmet netting, and this is marketed as being authentic World War II era surplus netting for an M1 helmet. I might have to try it out on one of my M1 helmets at home just to see how it does. But as you can see, it's in pretty good shape. I mean, doesn't look like it was used a lot, and doesn't seem to be any frays or any broken areas. Maybe this right here. Maybe, yeah, a little bit of a broken area, I guess. But for the most part, I guess you could say it looks pretty decent. There doesn't seem to be any holes or anything in the middle. So yeah, not too shabby. All right, next up in the box, look at this. This is a helmet of some sort. How about we save that for later? We'll take a look at that a little later. See what else is in the box here. All right, you can see that there's some Russian camouflage. This is a Russian EMR field shirt. It's in that very distinct Russian camouflage. If you've been following the Ukraine war, you'll see that there's a lot of the Russian soldiers wearing this, most of them anyways. So you got to imagine that, you know, this uniform has been around since about 2008. And you can see that the pattern is green, browns, blacks, kind of similar to the Marine Marpat uniform, digitized. Now this one is marked as issued. It's a little cheaper. I think it was like around 80 bucks or so. It's kind of expensive for a field shirt, but I said, you know what? I'm making an order anyways, so I might as well get one of these since I don't have one. Velcro up here for the sleeve pockets instead of a zipper seems pretty tough. It doesn't seem pretty used, but it does remind me of the very early ACU uniform Velcro. This stuff just wears out over time and then it just doesn't even stick anymore. This is what this reminds me of here. We've also got some breast pockets that face upwards, and they also are Velcro. So right now the Velcro seems to stick pretty well, but over time, I would beg to differ that this Velcro might just get worn out. You've also got some shoulder boards here. That's where you probably would have had some insignias or rank. This one definitely was, something was pinned on here. Overall, you'll notice that there is a wear pattern right here around the waistline. I would guess that whoever was wearing this uniform was probably wearing body armor a lot, because that's how you get the wear and the rubbing from the body armor along the waistline due to movements and everything. And if you go up here, you see that it's pretty clean for the most part. So you're not really getting a lot of rubbing here, but you are getting a lot of wear around the neckline. So yes, this uniform, this shirt here was worn a lot. But that being said, it still seems pretty thick. Doesn't seem like it's ripping or breaking here. Down here, let's see if you could tell how much lighter it is. Yeah, you can kind of feel that, yeah, some of the material is not as thick here compared to, say, down here. So yeah, it was worn a lot. So the wear on the backside for body armor is very consistent as well. Could have also been a pistol belt, but I'm gonna say probably body armor. The back here seems pretty good as far as condition. Seems like there really wasn't a lot of rubbing happening here. Now on the shoulder sides, yeah, this maybe, I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. So if we were seeing body armor, you might see some more wear up here in this area as well. Let's see how it blends into the fall foliage down here in the southeast. All right, so this specific uniform here has Velcro and it has a zipper going down the middle. Let's see what else is in the box here. All right, we got a bag. All right, let's check it out. I'm gonna have to use two hands to open this. All right, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? Yes, this is what this is. We've got a Soviet belt. So we got a Soviet belt, Cold War, World War II era, and we've got a pouch. This is what they referred to as the Russian belt kit. It's a little worn. It needs some cleaning, needs some leather restoration. It's got a little bit of leather mold on there. So yeah, this one's gonna have to definitely get cleaned up. Interesting. This is the rest of it here, but yeah, definitely gonna need some tender loving care. Not shabby though, not too shabby. So let's take a look and see what that helmet is in the wrapping paper. Let me readjust the camera here so I can use both hands. All right, so it's a tan leather liner, and you see the inside is kind of a tannish color as well. The leather strap on this is in pretty decent shape. Definitely doesn't feel like it's hardened or like rough, or doesn't feel like it's cracking. Now down here, this is very loose, it's very light, it's very flimsy feeling. So if I was to guess if it was gonna break in a certain area, it might be on this part right here. So down here, it looks like we got some kind of Italian name. And this is an Italian M33 World War II era helmet. A lot of the M33 helmets were used all the way up until about the 1990s because it's just a simple helmet, steel helmet. Not too shabby. This one seems to be in really good shape, especially the leather here. It's pretty impressive. Now, the Italian M33 helmet was first adopted in 1934, and it replaced the Adrian style of helmet that they were using during World War I. This is a much simpler design, you could see. Now, the first war it actually was a part of was the Second Italo-Ethiopian War, and also saw use in the Spanish Civil War, and definitely saw a lot of use in World War II. Like I said before, you know, this helmet served in units, police forces, Italian secondary units, all the way up till the 1990s. So overall, I think I'm pretty happy with this surplus that I got from Americana Pipedream. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Do you guys get military surplus clothes? Do you get uniforms? Do you get accoutrements, accessories, helmets? What are you guys looking for? Are some of these things just overpriced these days? And as always, be sure to learn history and curate history. Pulverize the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Make it a great day.